Viewers, hello, it's that time of year, it's the Creators Cup 2018, and once again, deja vu, viewers, I am joined by Lollujo, better known as Kev in my head. Kevin, hello.
Hello, Benjamin.
Now, we've played a first leg, and I encourage everyone to go over to your channel. Is it youtube.com/Lollujo
FM?
Lollujo FM. Go over, watch the first leg, see what's happened, and then come back to this one. So that's what we've got to do right now, and then... Welcome back, everyone. Here we go, into today's video then. Hopefully you've now seen the first leg. The second leg, Kev, I lead 2-0, and you've had an injury crisis after that first game.
Now people have seen the first leg, they understand why I looked so sad during your intro, because, my word, that was a massacre. That was... You destroyed Neymar. He's out for 5 games, for those of you who are worried about him.
Only playing one more. So.
I mean, yeah, in the unlikely event I beat you, does that mean I can't play him in the next round either?
No, I think he'll be back for that because it's in a few weeks. So
that's all right then.
No, let's run through your team then. Obviously, without Neymar, what have you done to change it since the last game?
Well, I basically have no left-hand side. So I've James Milner, who was my superstar box-to-box midfielder in the last game, as well as playing everywhere else at various points. He's dropped back to left-back. Yeah. And I've got... Isaac Success has come in on the left-hand side up front, who, let's hope he will be.
Let's see if he brings you some success. You've still got Werner up front, Dybala in behind. The names are a little tough to read, viewers, so I'm going to read through a few of them. Bellerin, Manolas, Marquinhos, Milner, Goretzka, Dembele, Dybala, Bale, Werner, Success with checking goal. On the other side, I did mention it in the first leg, but I'll mention it again. If you've been watching my stream with Brescia in Serie A, I'm using that tactic, essentially. Giroud and Mbappe linking up top. We've got Douglas Costa on the left-hand side. Alan and Fabinho in the centre, after a little injury to Jorginho after the last game. Tim Sparv comes in, who is part of that Brescia team I've got. Robertson on the left, Cancelo on the right with Van Dijk and Thiago Silva with Handanovic behind. And I lead 2-0 and you've lost your left side. So in theory, Kev, this is going to go well for me.
Look, let's not worry. I've got George Boyd on the bench who can play anywhere along that left-hand side if need be. So I'm just saving him.
For next year? Or okay, let's go, Kev. Right, I'm in. Are you in?
I'm in.
We're in. Okay, second leg, I'm in the blue, Kev's in the black. I've gone for a Thames look with my team, so, you know. Whereas you've gone more sort of referee, a team of refs.
Just black. It's fine. Dybala with a free kick. Oh.
Less of that. It should be noted, viewers, there is no away goals. If we're drawing at full time, it will go to golden goal, similar to last year when Dave Azzopardi beat me in the semi-finals, which was painful. Early stages here, Kev, you're involved.
I am. I mean, it was a similar story in the last game, though. I had a lot of possession, but it didn't really lead anywhere. So I have done a few little tactical tweaks behind the scenes to adjust slightly. We've got Werner out here on the left-hand side, who really no one fancied trying to challenge him there. And it's a shot away.
When Handanovic is in goal, you let him shoot because you know that Handanovic is going to keep it out. It's a very defensive tactic that I have. It's not entirely counter-attacking, but it's largely counter-attacking. I don't mind if you've got the ball, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, don't worry. I don't know what to do with it when I have it, so it's probably win-win for both of us. Oh, that's a goal line clearance. Now, if that had been Neymar rather than Isaac Success on the line, who knows what might have happened there.
And now Kylian's running at you with all the pace in the world. One of the quickest players on the game pulls it across and wins us a corner. A corner. Kevin, this could be exciting.
Yeah, I am a little bit worried about your mention of some corner tactics being fiddled with.
I've meddled a little bit. Ball played towards the back post. Tim Sparv's lost it, I think, but another corner.
Gareth Bale marking your aerial threats.
Yeah, Tim Sparv is like a good 6'3", 6'4". He's a big old boy. Whipped corners towards the far post as it goes out there.
Giroud's completely unmarked. Good old Dembele. Knew where that was going. He tracked that all the way. He knew what was going on. Yeah. I'm comfortable with it.
He didn't look that comfortable. Yeah, we've only had one shot so far, which I think was that there, which not great. But
after getting my left back sent off in the first leg, I now have my left back on a yellow card again, which is good news for everybody.
Well, Kylian Mbappe will do that. Oh, Alan's picked up a knock in the centre, which is more concerning than it should be based on the fact that I've already had Jorginho injured in the first game. So midfield supplies are running low.
Get Milan Barros on to play in midfield. I'm fine with that.
He comes on when we're 4-0 up. That's
on aggregate.
Enters. Yeah, I've got Milan Barros on the bench. Got Fekir on the bench as well. He's solid. Lorente, in case anything happens to Olivier. So I've thought about this.
I feel like your bench is a touch stronger than my bench. I may have wasted all my money on Neymar and then got him injured immediately.
You're having a lot of the ball here. I'm a little...
You said you're fine with that. Isaac Success. Goretzka, who didn't play in the first game, was Milner picked ahead of him.
That was pretty close as well. That was uncomfortable.
Only a 2-goal deficit to turn around as well, and we've had some chances. Shame we've missed them all.
Yeah, if we get to half time at 0-0, I'm relatively comfortable with that. No one's really standing out. So far, the best players is your centre back and my goalkeeper. So that says everything you need to know about the game so far.
I don't really know what Manolas has done to have such a good rating either.
Half time. Well, he's kept out Giroud and Mbappe. I mean, that's
single-handedly.
Yeah, and that's half time. I'm just going to make a little alteration if the game allows me. Right, I'm going to bring Fekir on to play as the box-to-box, which seems bold considering that's not what he does, but he's very creative, very attacking. I think it's the right thing to do. Right, here we go. Game on, Kevin. Second half. Whoa.
Easy.
Whoa.
Easy peasy. Look, Success has had so much time on the ball. It's almost as if you don't mind him having it.
We've just won the ball off him there, so you can keep talking. Mbappe, you can't get near him. Oh, you can. That was a good challenge, Dembele.
Dembele's been a bit of a superstar for me, single-handedly running the midfield in the first game.
That's why I wanted him, you see. But the highlight continues early in this half as Mbappe's on it, just inside the area. Kylian Mbappe to make it 3. He's at the crossbar, and it's fallen perfectly into Giroud.
I do wish he'd stop having the ball.
It's a good game. It's a great game. What's going on here? Why is the ball just trundled
I don't know.
How has that even happened?
That was amazing. I think it was, did it bounce back off one of the stands or something?
I don't know what's occurred, but we've played a lovely ball towards Giroud. He's got Mbappe to the right-hand side unmarked. If you can find him, he looks for him.
James Milner can't win.
Kylian Mbappe makes it 3. And I don't want to say that I'm a favourite for this tournament, Kev, but from what you've seen, summarise.
I think if you go and kick everyone's star player 5 minutes into every game, you'll stand a very good chance.
You pay your money, you take your chance. Right, that's the rules.
Here we go. This is where the comeback is on now. Dybala across to Manolas, and Isaac Success! I knew he was going to be the man.
Of all the people, Isaac Success has scored. Wow.
Here we go. That's the first part of a hat trick we've got there from Isaac Success.
First part of a hat trick. That is bold. If he does it now, Kev, I'll give you £10 sterling.
Oh, I like it.
Mbappe, though, in again, and we're causing havoc on this side, as this could actually result in some sort of counter-attack, which I'm somewhat concerned about.
It's Timo Werner. We've got men in the middle as well. Is that Dybala who's spare in the middle? Werner's going it alone. What is he thinking? He had 2 men there.
Foolishly thinking you can beat Handanovic from anywhere, which is a mistake.
Right, I'm going to make a change.
For you. 1-1.
Doesn't get me through to the next round, though. So I'm making a change, and it's as a direct response to what's just happened.
Okay.
Jamie Vardy's coming on.
I nearly had the joke book out there. I thought you were going to be ages. Vardy's coming on for Werner. Oh, blimey, you really have made
I'm upset with him.
I'm looking at that Milner yellow card he's on, and I'm getting quite giddy at the prospect of what
I'm just pretending it's not there.
All right, but some nice possession for you here.
Oh, what just happened there? Dembele was one of yours all along.
He's through. Oh, it should have been.
You've sent a player to take me down from the inside, monster.
Well, yeah, he and Bale, they were the 2 I wanted, and so far they've done exactly what I wanted them to do. If playing against them, Fekir with a lovely delivery. No, that is poor.
That's not a lovely delivery. It wasn't. I don't know what to do now. I've brought on my only good player.
No, George Boyd, mate. You've said he's available at any point.
I genuinely think I might have to bring him on at left back because I'm worried about. I'm really worried. It's either George Boyd or Glenn Johnson are going to come on to play at left back because I'm that worried about James Milner.
What I like is you've got options at left back. You seem to have got like 4 options at left back, which I quite like. Bale can play there, remember? He started there.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I need him going forward. So George Boyd is now on, and it's Dybala with a free kick, and he scores.
Oh, my viewers.
What a lovely strike from Dybala.
Viewers, we don't need any of this. He's just brought George Boyd on.
Imagine if you were taken down by the Boyd Success combination.
This would be an awful way to lose. Luckily, I've done nothing gift worth. Actually, no, I did in the first game. Okay, it's fine. We're good. 10 minutes to go. Just don't concede, boys. We can see this out as and when. We don't need to do anything too fancy. I'd
love to see another highlight game if you want to show me one.
We're experts at seeing games out with 2-1 down. Our defence haven't been that good, actually. That is a worry going forward into the next round, viewers, which I suspect I'll be in.
How is this happening? How can we have the last 15 minutes with nothing happening?
The Brescia tactic has done the business. Waste time. And we've done it. We've scraped through. Hideous. I mean, the first game, viewers, was well worth a watch. We were unbelievable. In the second game, you've beaten us 2-1. And you can take that. You can put that in your Twitter bio if you like.
Yeah, well, you're only as good as your last game. I think that was the old adage, isn't it? And I think we'll both agree that if this was boxing, I would now be world champion. So...
no, because it would go to a third. So I'll see you next year, I reckon. wouldn't it?
You've already beaten me 2 years in a row. I don't. If we get drawn out together again next year, I think they'll probably just send me
I'll be
home
honest,
because
Kev,
there's no point.
I don't know, after the performance you've put in, I don't know if you'll be invited back next year. That's my worry for you. Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried.
I'll take that all day, every day. A good result, a happy win. Yeah, I'm pleased. What can I tell you?
Congratulations, Ben. Good luck in the next round. I'm so happy for you.
Who do I play in the next round?
You'll be playing either Golden FM or Big Herb the Nerd.
Oh, a titanic battle against two heavyweights. That's going to be tough, actually. All right, well, fair enough. Well, good game, Kev. I did enjoy it all the same.
I enjoyed it probably a little less than you.
Isaac success score. You should take that. Of course, if you want to go and check out Kev, there's a link in the description to his channel, as well as all the other creators taking part in the Creators Cup. YouTube.com/Lollujo FM. Yeah,
that is correct, sir. Thank you very much.
I remembered it. He's also on Twitter. He also vlogs. He does a bit of everything. Does Kevin? He's a man of
a modern day Renaissance man is how I'm often described.
Jack of all trades, master of none is how I tend to look at it. But yes, of course, the Creators Cup will continue. I will be playing another round, and of course, check out the Football Manager channel where they've got stuff going on over there, little packages and whatnot, reviewing the games today. Kev, pleasure as always.
Thank you very much for having me, sir.
Can you do a little wave to the camera?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Or I was holding up 2-0, which is what you did once, and is now my record over you. Bye, viewers. See you soon. Goodbye.
You monster.